always tell my clients, January is like that reset month, okay? It is the month to just kind of recover, recuperate from all the, festivities. And it's not really the best time, especially in the Northern Hemisphere. January and February is like hibernation months, right? Like that's when we're deep in the winter, and usually people like to go away during that time of year. And so it's not really the best time to be setting, New Year's resolutions. I mean, we can set them, but, executing them, right? And so I always share that it's a good thing if we can kind of wait a little bit. So using January as just a recovery month, just to get back into neutral, what normal is for you, what, a normal sleep routine is, and work routine, and, fitness and nutrition, all these kinds of things, right? So just getting back into, a regular routine, back into the swing of things. And then February, it's that deep freeze, right? So it's the month that is really good to kind of do a lot of hibernating, introspecting, figuring out, what it is that you want for the year, your goals, things like that. And then March seems to be the time, this is when spring is just around the corner. Maybe the weather gets a little better. We're starting to get a lot more daylight time. We've, recovered from all the, holidays and festivities and that. We're starting to come out of that deep freeze in the Northern Hemisphere. And so this seems to be the time that it's almost like this is the new year. And for a lot of companies, actually, their fiscal year ends either at the end of February or end of March, and then they begin a new year. Most are beginning it, on March 1st. That seems to be a really classic fiscal, year, March to the end of February. And there's a lot of, cultures and religions. I know with the pagans and things like that, that they actually say that the new year starts on March 1st. That's actually not on January 1st, because it just doesn't make sense to dive into things, in January after all the festivities and trying to get back to normal. And in the Northern Hemisphere, we're tired. We're in that hibernation mode. It's just not, it doesn't go with our pattern or the cycle of the seasons and the cycle of, the planets and the universe. It just doesn't really follow that same pattern, right? And also our body clock, the rhythm that we have in our bodies that is natural, that goes